ובסייעתא דשמיא בעזרת השם הוא הפרק י' פסוק כ"ה. The pasuk says the following: Nefesh beracha tedushan. A blessed soul or a generous soul, tedushan, will be prosperous. Umarve, and the one that satisfies others, refreshes them. Gam hu yoreh, he also will be blessed. He also will benefit. The Gaon says the following: Tedushan, why does Shlomo HaMelech uses the word Tedushan, will prosper? The word Tedushan comes from the word Shemen. Shemen meaning oil, shamen or thick. Yeah. So somebody that has a blessed soul becomes stronger, like his bones become stronger. Like the pasuk says, Shemuat tova tedashen etzem. When you hear good news, it gives strength to the body. It makes you stronger. So when somebody is blessed, and we're going to understand what it means to be blessed, who has a blessed soul, so his body becomes stronger. He becomes prosperous. Why? Because of the simha, the joy that the person has. And what is the definition of nefesh beracha, a blessed soul? He says, nefesh beracha, a blessed soul, is a soul that is filled with blessing. Well, how is a soul filled with blessing? Says the God, because that person blesses everybody. He loves to bless others. He sees the good in everyone. He wants to give, he gives bracha. That's what's in his mind all the time. And because he cares so much to see others feel better and be blessed and successful, and he's not jealous about others and their success, so these people come back to him and give him good news. You help me with this, you help me with that, and the person sees the progress. So through the good that he sees in others, by giving them berachot and advice, it satisfies him, makes him happy, and by default, it makes him stronger. And through that koach and that beracha that he gets from those good news, he himself becomes prosperous and blessed. Also, says the Gaon, there's an aspect of midah keneged midah. Somebody that has a heart of blessing, he wants to make people happy. So he's going to tell people, he's going to give them hizuk, tell them good things, and try to elevate them. By elevating them, it makes them, meaning now these people are getting good news. So they become stronger. Because the good news makes you strong. So they become stronger. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, midah keneged midah. You make my children strong, I'll make you strong. You make my children happy, I'll make you happy. Says the guy is exactly the opposite. This is the opposite of the jealous. Because the jealous, because he doesn't see the good in others, and he's all focused and centered on himself, he doesn't share any berachot. What does it mean he doesn't share any bracha? He says, why should I waste my time now listening to this guy or giving him advice? Let me focus on myself. Yes. Says the Gaon, Shlomo Amer says, Verekev atzamot kin'a. You know what makes the bones rotten in a body? Jealousy. So we see the opposite. Yes, when you make people happy, midah keneged midah, or the fact that you make them happy, so they come back to you with good news. So that makes you happy, right? So either way, you get stronger and you get healthier and you get happier. But when you're individual and you're selfish because you're jealous and you alienate yourself and you don't share and you don't care about others, then the person weakens his body to the point that where his bones become frail and fragile, and lo alenu, it causes him sicknesses. That's the flip side of the nefesh beracha. Umarve gam hu yore, and the one, says the Gaon, who gives food to whoever needs it, umasbiya lekol adam, and he satisfies them. Gam hu yore, him also benefits from that. Another midah keneged midah. You filled, you satisfied my children, I'm going to make sure to satisfy you. He says this has nothing to do with ashirut, with wealth. He says wealth, that's the beracha you get from tzedakah. We spoke about it already. Okay? Hita ashir. Birkat Hashem hita ashir. Right? Here, says the Gaon, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will make sure that you satisfy the body of my children. I'll make sure that you're also always satisfied, that you're always full. You're never hungry. You never need anything. And how does it start? It starts with Nefesh Beracha. If you see the good in everything, and you work on seeing the good and caring to do good, and how do you apply this? By giving blessing to people. Mikol halev, from all your heart. By default, that behavior makes you care, makes you want to help, makes you want to get engaged, makes you want to share, carry the person's burden. Hakadosh Baruch Hu created the world of Chesed, right? So Hakadosh Baruch Hu does midah keneged midah. You're strengthening them with besorot tovot and brachot. I'm going to strengthen you. You enlighten them, you uplift them, I'll uplift you and enlighten you. You satisfy them physically, I'll satisfy you physically. Monea bar, however, and he continues because these two psukim are Monea bar, however, whoever refrains, withholds the grains, leom, he will be cursed by the people. Ubracha lerosh marbir, and the bracha, the blessings come on the one that gives, that distributes. So the nefesh beracha, essentially, that we spoke in Pasuk Kaveh, is connected to ubracha lerosh mashbir, right? Because if you care and you want to give beracha to people, and you're sensitive about people, you want them to feel good, then you're a mashbir. Then you distribute, you dispense, directly or indirectly. So on that comes the beracha on his head. And the benefits, Tedushan, Umar Yore. However, Monea Bar, the one that withhold the grains, says the Gaon, Yekevuhu leom. What does it mean, Yekevuhu leom? The people will curse him. But says the Gaon, why does Shlomo Melech uses the word leom? So it says it comes from the pasuk leom yametz, referring to the ubarot, to the babies in the womb of their mothers. Says Shlomo Melech, the one that withhold the food, the grains, even the tinokot shebemeimam, even the babies that are inside the womb of their mother, them also they curse that person. Now says these people, they don't need the food, right? Even though, because you have the ability, there is food out there, and you're restraining it. Now you have people that need to eat, and they cannot eat. What it means is that when a person has this kin'ah, has this jealousy, and all his focus is on himself, he cannot look at others. So he's not going to be able to see the need in others. So he creates this insensitivity that will lead him to a place where he might have solution, he might have resources, but he's going to retain it, he's going to withhold it and not share it. And this, in the eyes of the people that are needy, that are craving and hungry for that resource, they don't understand what's going on. So it will awake in them the kpeda, it will awake in them anger, judgment, and curse. Now you would think it stops to those who are affected, right? The people that can eat. Says Shlomo HaMelech, not only those that are affected, but even those that are not affected. Those that you don't see. And why is the ubar, why is the baby in the womb of a mother so important? Because that baby in the womb of its mother has a malach that is teaching him Torah. So the ubar makes it says the curse, and the malach says amen. So although you might have a person that didn't eat and that curses the guy, say that he curses. But when it comes to the ubar, meaning the curse is guaranteed, there's no way out. That's what Shlomo HaMelech is coming to say. Monea bar, there is, but you're monea, you're withholding it. Now, we're not talking about something that you have and that you decide not to give. That's yeah. But when there is and there's a need, right? You have it, it doesn't need. You need to share. I'm not telling you to give it for free, but give it. Share it. You have the resources, somebody's crippling. You have the knowledge, somebody's is you're monea. You're holding it back. On this, says Shlomo HaMelech, that the curse comes and is irrevocable. However, now, the Rosh Mashbir, the Mashbir is somebody that makes everything, all the resources available. He goes out of his way to make sure that whatever is needed is there. It doesn't say that he gives it for free, but he makes it available. Bracha le Rosh Mashbir. Everybody gives him the beracha. So the outlook essentially of these two psukim of a person is, do I care to bless others? Do I love others? Do I want to see others grow and happy? Or am I selfish and jealous? The impact goes from the body all the way to the beracha. Or lo alenu, from the physical body and weaknesses and sicknesses, all the way to the klala. The Gaon takes it a step further and says this does not only apply on actions and chesed. This is also applicable on the limud Torah. What does that mean? It says somebody that has Torah and he's withholding that knowledge from teaching his students, even so the students curse him. But you have all this Torah and you don't want to teach us. But says Shlomo HaMelech, the baby that is in the womb, also he curses. What? I have the Torah for free from the Malach. Yes? And you cannot teach it. You are withholding. However, somebody that learns with everyone. Okay? Bracha le Rosh Mashbir, the Rosh Mashbir, the Mashbir is the one that looks for opportunities to teach. For that person, the bracha comes. Everybody that enjoy from that Torah, from that Mashbir, blesses him. Ah, look what I've learned. Look what he taught me more. And the Gaon pays attention to two keywords. To the word bar, which means grains. Okay. He says, why does Shlomo HaMelech uses the word grain? He says, grain is the bar is still not edible. It's the grain with its klipa around it.
Bar is not also sun.
Huh?
Bar is not also sun.
Sun?
Yes.
What do
Here
you
it
mean,
translates as sun, hair.
sun?
Bar Yochai, bar. Sometimes the Torah uses bar.
The sun. Yes. No, but yes, correct. But not in this. Bar is son in Aramaic.
Ah.
Or Ben Rabbi. Okay. Yes. But here, bar, de lashon bar, shivru bar. Like Yaakov tells the kids, go get us some grains from Egypt. So the bar, the grain, is still raw. What is that? It's the halacha. Meaning, says Shlomo Melech, somebody that is jealous and selfish, even a simple halacha is going to withhold. Yes? But the mashbir, milashon shever is the flour. Is when you take the grain and when it's fully processed. It says the mashbir, right? The person that has a good heart, that cares for others, he will take away from his time, he will take away from his limud to teach, but to teach in a way that he brings a produce that can be eaten right away. So the same way here, there is klala. On the other flip side is there is beracha. Shlomo HaMelech is pointing the direction of the outlook we must have and what we should be careful of. Any questions on these psukim? Shoher tov yevakesh ratzon. ודורש רעה תבואנו. שוחר טוב יבקש רצון. שוחר מלשון שחר. Early. Somebody that in its inception is looking for the good. Yevakesh ratzon. He's going to ask for more for more will to achieve that good. Vedoresh ra'a, and the one that requests the bad, tevoenu, he will find it. It will come. Shlomo HaMelech continues in that optic, and he says, when you care for others, when you have a nefesh beracha, you also shocher tov. What does that mean? You're always looking to do the right thing before the opportunity comes to you. You don't wait for someone to come and ask you for help. You recognize that the person needs help and you go and you engage. You're proactive about it. He's as if he's requesting. He's saying, I want to do it. It's not that you need it. I want to do it. This behavior, tavo alav birkat tov. The person is blessed with the beracha of tov, of completion, of shlemut. However, whoever is Doresh Ra'ah, somebody that is always out there for trouble and take advantage and manipulate and hurt and steal and lie. That effort that is put automatically is a boomerang effect and comes back at him. Midah keneged midah. It's important to know the Baal HaChinuch. The Baal HaChinuch says a beautiful yesod. Davka, towards the end of the mitzvot of Parashat Tazria, Metzorah. Sorry. He says the following. He says people think that there is Sachar and Onesh. HaKadosh Baruch Hu does good and can do bad. He says, Chaz v'chalila, HaKadosh Baruch Hu only does good. But the behavior of the person is what causes to the bad to come on him. And he gives like a mashal. He says, if you're on a road, a paved road, and on the sides you have, gate, gdarim of a geder is like a fence of with pokes, metal pokes on it. As long as you go straight, you enjoy the paved road, the smooth ride. But if you deviate, yes, and you get hurt from the gather, you get hurt with the fence. You cannot say, God made it. What do you mean? You're the one who deviated. So here, the midah keneged midah is also very clear. Here, Shlomo HaMelech is coming to tell us the person brings the kelala upon himself. The person brings the beracha upon himself. The same thing applies also in the Ruchaniut, says the Gaon. A person that wakes up in the morning that is excited to do mitzvot, and is not waiting for a mitzvah to come to him, but is engaging in his life and being proactive with the Kahal and the Kahal to see how can I be helpful, how can I do something. Hashem says, you let your ratzon to do my ratzon, midah keneged midah. I will make sure that your ratzon is accepted and approved before any other ratzon. Batel retzona mipnei retzono. That's the Braita in Avot, right? Cancel your ratzon, your will, before the will of Hashem. כדי שיבטל רצון אחרים מפני רצונך. Kadosh Baruch Hu will do the same. Midah keneged midah. However, Doresh Ra'ah, what is Doresh Ra'ah? It's not only going to do bad to others. It's someone that is he's looking for the Avera. He's happy that the Avera comes his way. No problem. The person is looking for the Avera. The Avera will come with its punishment all the way to the door. And says the Gaon, there's a difference in behaviors. If you pay attention, by the one that is looking to do good, by the Shocher Tov, it says Yevakesh. He has to want it. He has to look for it. Right? However, by the Doresh Ra'ah, he says Tevoenu, it comes. meaning without any efforts. But to do good, you have to look for it. You need efforts, which is a nice point of reference in our life. Yes, that when I make efforts into something, and to do mitzvot, meaning first of all, you cannot do mitzvot without efforts. But when you do the effort itself is a testimony that you let go of your comfort, you let go of your own desire to do the desire of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to look for the mitzvah through the effort that you're doing, which triggers the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to do your will also. So the effort itself is the sacrifice that we show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that awakes the Birkat Hashem upon the person. However, when it comes to the Avera, Tevoenu. The Ra'ah is enough that you're Doresh. You just want it. You want it, it's enough. Meaning, and that's how careful we have to be from the Yetzer Hara and not wish for something that will end up backfiring. Says the Gaon also, he says, when you're engaged with HaKadosh Baruch Hu and you're out there to look for mitzvot, you're a shoher. You are shoher tov. You cannot stay in bed. You cannot waste time in bed. Time is precious. Opportunities are limited. Right? So you jump out of bed before the day even starts, before light cracks up, and you're out there looking for opportunities. But the one that wants the Ra, Doresh Ra'ah, Doresh is asked for it, right? He wants it. He says usually he says this is he cannot, he wants to do an Avera, he wants to do it with someone. He needs help. But the ones that will help him do Avera, what do they do in the morning? They sleep. Because they were doing Averot all night. Right? So he says it comes with a behavior that is not simple, not happy, not smooth, no excitement. Any question on that pasuk? We have an obligation as part of the Tikkun Amidot to develop the Ve'avta L'Reacha Kamocha, to develop the sensitivity and the care for others in a genuine way. Another outcome. Pasuk Kafchet. Boteach be'oshro uyipol. Whoever, right, believes and feels secure or safe with his wealth, he will fall. Uche'ale tzadikim ifrahu. But the tzadikim, they fly like a leaf. Says the Gaon in the same line of thought. He says the selfish, what does he care? He's care about himself. What matters to him is his own wealth. That's why he withholds the grains. That's why he doesn't waste time helping others. That's why he doesn't care feeling the people's needs. Says the Gaon, you should know that wealth is circular. Galgal. Today there's wealth, tomorrow lo alenu, it's taken away. So the person that his ikar, that's all he cares about, what he leans on is his money. So today he's strong, but the moment there's no more money, the guy is gone. He's broken. Why? Because there's nefilah to the ocean no matter what. That doesn't mean, again, it doesn't mean that you go from ashir to ani. But the nefilah of the ashirut, when there is when the wealth drops, yes, the person drops with it. And that drop for that person is a shever, breaks him. However, the tzaddikim, they are like a leaf that flies in the wind. It says the tzaddik values wealth, but understands its proportion to the rest of the priorities. And he knows that the osher, that the wealth is not ikar. It's not the foundation. It's not the most essential. Therefore, two benefits. First of all, he doesn't get excited when it goes high. And when there's a nefilah, like the leaf, if the leaf goes down, it's okay. The leaf fell from the tree because it's fall. Summer will come, the leaf is going to come back. Yes, the tree will make more leaves. Today, it's a difficult time. Be'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow it will be good. Why? Because it's all circular anyways. So I know there's going to be good times that are about to come. Number two, because it's not ikar, the nefilah is not major. Doesn't have a major impact on the person. Therefore, Sheva Yipol Tzaddik Vakam. The Tzaddik can fall 7 times. He's still going to stand up. The Tzaddik knows how to rise. His agility and the clarity gives him the ability to, yes, okay, to fall, but to stand up right away and find the motivation and the strength and the clarity and the emunah to fight back. Something the Boteach ve'oshro doesn't have, the Doresh Ra'a doesn't have. Look how far, yes, Chesed goes, Lev Tov goes. it's beyond. It's beyond just the chesed that you can do with others. It's beyond the feeling of helping. And Adam עושה טובה אלא לעצמו. Yes, you develop a sensitivity for another. That chesed yields beracha, brings protection, nurtures the potential, and bringing into bemet a reality. But the flip side is that jealousy and selfishness brings exactly the polar opposite. Guaranteed curse, a nefila without a kima, falling without a possible way to stand on your feet again. And hatred around you. Suddenly the person is completely distrust, misliked. It becomes despicable in the eyes of his surrounding. All this from how you start, how you behave, and how you look at life. Do I look at life in a way of chesed, right? Nefesh beracha. All I have in my heart is to want to bless others and be the source of beracha as kedushan. Physically, you're strong. Emotionally, you're strong. Spiritually, you're strong. In bracha, you're strong. Even in moment of difficulties, you know how to jump back. That's what Shlomo HaMelech is bringing to our attention at the end of this perek. Any questions? Be'ezrat Hashem. So we stop here. That's we finish pasuk Kaf Chet, and Bli Neder. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll finish the perek. It talks about the concept, another facet of the tzaddik. Be'ezrat Hashem. Tov.
Thank you.
בשורות טובות לכולנו.
Amen.
בריאות איתנה
Thank you.
בעזרת השם.
Take care, Mama.